Yours is one of 3 different types of comments I get a lot on my videos. So I'm going to just break it down, respond to you. The first is what you say, is that you tell people that these agencies are in trouble, but no one holds them accountable. Like, they do things and there's no reaction and there's no accountability for their actions. The second type of comments are people who are mad, or they seemingly mad, that I am telling people what ICE can and cannot do, for example, or what the law says specifically, or the law that's being broken. And they usually respond to me, but they're breaking the law, but they're doing this. I just saw them do this all the time. But you say they can't do it, but they're doing it. That's the second kind. The third kind are folks that just don't like, I don't know if they don't like it, but they get frustrated at folks who share of positive, affirming news. People who aren't dooms, like who aren't like defeatists, who are like sort of like trying to hope. I've been accused of doing what's called hope core, or just like clickbaiting to get people hopes up, and just like for no reason, knowing very well, according to them, they think that I know that it's over, but I'm just trying to get people's hopes up, and just for no reason, without reason, for no reason. So yours is kind of that one as well. So let me respond to all 3. First are the people who say no one's holding me accountable. I, since last year, have been showing videos to which people get their grants back. Websites get returned. I'm seeing the dockets when they tell Pam Bondi, rescind the memo, and she rescinds the memo because the judges say put it in the dockets. As to Department of Homeland Security, though they're vauntless and they're doing all sorts of stuff, that's not a doubt. But the end of the day is a lot of the agencies, a lot of the executive agencies do get called to task. The judges do pull them in court, and they block them from doing this. And I also want to say that Donald Trump dispatched the National Guard to Los Angeles, Chicago, and Portland. And because of courts, they get pulled back, including the Supreme Court. All right. So now that's the thing. So they do get pulled back. There is accountability. Most people don't follow up. I'm following up. And this person says that there is no follow up. I follow up all the time. That's what I do here. If you watch my account, I'm constantly following up beyond the headlines. That's what I do here. So I don't know if you're new, if you're not following me, or if you do, or if you just started. I have a library of a full year of following up on court cases. So that's not true that I don't follow up. Now, for the second category of folks who say things like, you're telling me that this is against the law, but they're doing it. Let me tell you something. Robbery is against the law. But someone's robbing today, tomorrow, you look in the police blotter, you're going to see someone robbed the store. I'm just educating people so they're just aware of when they see something and they're not quite sure if it's lawful or not. I'm just telling them what you're seeing is against the law. Some people think they can actually do that. For example, J.D. Vance said that officers have absolute immunity. I shared that they do not. They have qualified immunity. Now, without an account like mine telling people that what J.D. Vance said was wrong, people will go around thinking that that's accurate. So the goal of me is saying whatever you hear them saying and behaving and pretending as if they are lawfully authorized, I'm telling you that they're violating the law to the extent, and this gets to my third response to the third people who say that it's hope core, No. It's nothing wrong with educating and informing and inspiring people, because some people just want to know that at the other end of this nonsense, there'll be some accountability. You might not see it today, you might not see it tomorrow, but the extent that they're violating laws, people are tracking. I follow websites, I follow accounts where they are tracking every single thing they do. They are following ICE. They are taking note of how many migrants who gets arrested, how many of them actually charged, who has an actual criminal detainer. We are tracking these things. You're not tracking these things. There are a lot of people tracking all these things for the other side of this. When they get out of office, when the Democrats retake the midterms in the fall, in November. So we are all of us actively tracking this. So to the extent that I'm letting people know that these are laws that are being broken, we're actively tracking it, and it seems hopeless now because we're going through it, but there's another side to this. On the other side to this, there is Bellingcat. They're doing forensic evidence. They are tracking the movements of the ICE agents. You have impeach and Trump again, impeach Trump again. .com. That website, or .org, that website is tracking everything he does that's unlawful, the grifting, everything. The House Dems and Congress have websites that they're collecting data. So it's not for nothing. It's people are actually like collecting these things. A lot of people are hopeless and think this is the end of it. That's just, to me, that blows my mind. Like, I know no one's promised tomorrow. I'm hopeful that God gives me another a minimum 3-4 years from now. And if any of us, no one's promised tomorrow, but if anyone believes that perhaps they're going to live to 6 years, there's going to be a side when there's going to be no Trump. There's going to be a side when Democrats are going to take over. So you need to put yourself over there. So you're not there yet. I am. And I'm speaking to the people who are already understand that there's another side to this. So you might not be there yet. And some people coming to my page are not there yet. And because they're not there yet, they can't stand to see people talk about the other side because they're experiencing it right now. And in their head, in their mind, they can't imagine the other side of this because right now it's so horrible. So I get it. I understand why people get frustrated with folks like me and accounts like mine. And I too sometimes lose my patience, is constantly trying to defend myself over and over again, like constantly. And I need to learn to just accept that that's what it is and just get over it and just be like, some people just can't see the vision. Not that you can't see the vision, but some people just can't imagine this other side. And so many people say we're cooked. I don't know to which are bots and which are real. So I'm deciding to just not engage in those accounts anymore and just let them believe whatever they believe, because I can't expend my energy, keep constantly defending myself for folks who are not on board or who, whatever like that. You know, I'm choosing now actively in 2026. I have too much, there's too much going on. There's too many cases. Right now it's 10 o'clock. I have to go watch a TV show with my daughter that I promised to watch her for 30 minutes. While I have to go watch a TV show with my daughter for 30 minutes, I'm tired. I also have a whole 6 or so updates to give you. I have 6 or so. I have 6 or so updates to give you on great news, wins in the court, following up to headlines that were horrible, because that's what I do here. So, and then I have, I want to get my newsletter out. And then I have other stuff, other obligations to do. So I'm a busy person. So I'm choosing to preserve my energy. One of the things I'm no longer doing, I'm trying to just not do that much, but you're the last one, is to respond to people who are like, I won't say naysayers, who just are hopeless. And I can't be mad at you for being hopeless. You have every right to be hopeless. But I can't do nothing about it. So then it's to say, I can be accused of whatever people accuse me. It doesn't matter. I've chosen to be in this space. I have this platform now. It's growing. It wasn't always this big. But I've been here for over a year. Started this in like September 2024. It is now January 2026. So I put in the work. And I've clocked, and because of that, I have what's we have institutional memory. So in addition to having institutional memory, because I've done this for a year and a half, which means it feels like it's been like 20 years, but institutional memory. But I've also been practicing this area and following presidents and stuff like that, and practice and done political websites, whatever like that, for over lots of time, lots of years, like maybe over 10 years. And I have the just experience of just being here. So because of that, I feel like I have a broader view of things, and I have a macro view, and I have a bird's eye view of what I see, and I see what's going on, and I can track it. I see and I've noticed patterns. I've been at this, so I notice patterns. Because of that, I'm less fearful than people just getting on the onslaught and getting bits and pieces of information. It just seemed like a lot and overwhelming. And so they're just being constantly attacked, but they're not pausing because they can't to take a step back and do an analysis. And that's something that I do and I can. And that's why I'm just not as fearful. And so I just come on camera with my fearless self, sharing my fearless knowledge based on what I know in my experience. And people they just can't stand it because they're not in the same space that I am. They're not seeing it the same way. They're not seeing the world and seeing the United States and seeing this administration the same lens I am. So I understand that, but this is my last video explaining myself in a long time because I just don't have the time and energy. But God bless you. JJ Legal, each one teach. If you know anybody, if you watch this video so far, if you know anybody who's interested in what I have to say and share based on what I said, share with them. Anybody else, there's plenty of dooms people. There's like thousands of people online that would just give you dooms. If that's what you want, despair, and someone's going to announce bombastic news to you, peace, enjoy. I'm good. I'll just grow slow.